Hey, that's right. We saw a lot of rain earlier this evening. We have more rain on the way for tomorrow morning before the cold and the wind really settles in. I'm doing about a multi-hour loop here. What is that? A 2-hour loop, as you can see. We had widespread rain. Most of it was pretty light, but there was some incredibly heavy rain on the Cape and the islands between 6 and 8 o'clock earlier this evening. Boston has since dried out. There may be some tiny drizzle droplets out there that are so tiny the radar's not even picking up on it. But overall, generally dry as the night goes on. Maybe a spot sprinkle overnight, nothing that's going to wake you up before the rain returns for tomorrow morning in a big way. But look at the temperatures out there. Very warm, and they're barely going to budge overnight. I mean, maybe dropping a couple degrees, waking up with temperatures close to 50 degrees. So it's going to be incredibly warm tomorrow morning relative for what's normal for this time of year. But look at Norwood. Nearly 20 degrees warmer right now compared to this time yesterday. Bedford 15 degrees warmer right now compared to this time yesterday. So overnight, a chance for a couple spotty sprinkles, widespread rain for the morning commute tomorrow. Most of it will be light. However, there will be some pockets of moderate to heavy rainfall, which is only going to slow things down. So I highly suggest for tomorrow morning you plan on extra time for the morning commute because you will need it. It's going to be a slow one. 7 a.m. 50, 2 o'clock 60, 7 o'clock 50 degrees. Cold wind returns after that. I'll show you that coming up. Okay, we had some rain earlier this evening. Overnight, just a chance for a spot shower, but then the rain is going to be back in a big way, especially tomorrow morning during the morning commute. I highly suggest you remember your umbrella. You don't necessarily need a raincoat because the wind's not going to be too bad. Of course, you can choose a raincoat, but an umbrella should be okay for the rain tomorrow. And then we are going to have a cold wind that rolls in Tuesday, and that's going to stick around for a few days after that. I do have a multi-hour loop on the radar here. The heaviest of the rain earlier this evening was over the Cape and the islands. They picked up 1 to 3 inches pretty quickly. Most of the rest of us picked up less than 1/4 of an inch, so it was definitely a very big difference depending on where you were. Farther near Boston, for example, Central Mass, the rain was very light. Just zooming into Boston to show you it's pretty dry out there. There may be some drizzle in spots, but drizzle droplets are often so tiny the radar doesn't always see them. So that's why it may look dry, but you may be wondering, Kelly, we've got some drizzle out there, but I don't see anything. So overnight spot shower chance, but let's talk about what we're expecting for tomorrow morning. We do have chances for more widespread rain 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, especially during the morning commute. And then as we start getting toward the afternoon hours, worst of the rain starts to taper off, and then we just have a chance for some isolated showers going into the later afternoon, going into the evening hours. So just make sure you've got the rain gear ready to go for tomorrow. Tuesday looks mostly dry in our area. Could see a spot sprinkle or flurry, but otherwise we are tracking some chances for some scattered snow showers, but that's outside of our area. Western Mass going into southern Vermont, for example. So overnight lows are actually going to be on the mild side. We do have clouds in place, heavy cloud cover. That's going to prevent that strong temperature drop off. So tomorrow morning, a lot of us are going to be waking up to temperatures close to 50 degrees. If you're past the overnight low time, you're going to be waking up to temperatures in the low to the mid 50s, most likely. And then tomorrow, rain most widespread in the morning starts to taper off as we head toward the late afternoon and evening hours. And high temperature is definitely on the mild side of average for this time of year. I mean, it is November after all. We are going to be seeing high temperatures reaching near 60 degrees. Let's talk about the wind. Not particularly windy for tomorrow again, which is why an umbrella should be just fine. But it's going to be windy Tuesday, 30, 35, 40 mile per hour wind gusts. Wednesday, 20, 25 mile per hour wind gusts, a little bit higher on the Cape and the islands. And then Thursday is going to be a breezy day as well. Mostly dry those days, so it's not like you have to worry about a driving wind or anything. But still, multi-days of wind when you have a chill in the air, that's going to feel pretty cold. So 60 for tomorrow, not cold. Rain primarily in the morning, brisk and windy on Tuesday. 20s in the morning, low 40s in the afternoon. That's the warmest part of the day. So most of your day will be in the 30s on Tuesday. That's pretty cold. Wednesday, 30 degrees to start, 46 in the afternoon, breezy. Thursday, partly sunny, breezy, 50. Friday, partly sunny, breezy, 46. Looking ahead to next weekend, it looks relatively bright, but it's going to be cold once again. 20s in the morning, only reaching the mid to the upper 40s in the afternoon.